Hey, yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys the top stocks that Congress are purchasing right now. Why is this video important? Because Congress makes so much money on stocks, and this is going to be the top stocks this year that they invested in. These are going to be stocks that you guys already know about. I'm going to be telling you guys about the purchases and talking a little bit more about the stocks in depth. Without further ado, let's get started. So to get started on the list, man, we have a bunch of congressmen making some purchases and some sales of these stocks. So first one on the list is Michael. What is he doing? He purchased HWM and up to $250,000. This is insane. He sits on the House Homeland Security Committee, and he disclosed a large purchase in this aerospace contract. So for this segment of the video, I'm just going to be explaining what the purchases are, and then the second half of the video, we're going to be going more in depth with the stock, so keep that in mind. Next one, we have Michael once again, and what did he do? He sold some. So he sold some Google, Meta platform, and some RHI. So he sold up to $26.7 million. That is insane. And this is part of the highest reported trade volume over a 90-day period. That is insane. And we have some other ones too. Next, we have Cleo Fields. So he purchased AMD. AMD has been popping. Apple has been popping. He also purchased some Apple and some Amazon. Amazon is pretty good too. We're going to be looking at it a little bit later. I personally love Apple, especially with their phone sales, but various parts of $14.6 million. These large cap tech buys were part of his significant trading volume recently. Next, we have Richard. He purchased and sold some. So various parts of private LLCs and investment funds overall. So this is a big 90-day volume as well, $18.7 million, a high volume of trades, including sales of Rhythm Technologies and some other ones. So next we have Kana, I don't know how to say it, but they purchased JP Morgan and Berkshire Hathaway, getting into some safe havens to say, but various parts. So basically same thing, $15.9 million in the 90-day volume. They have some notable buys in major financial firms. Next, we have Debbie. They sold some Apple, Alphabet, and Honeywell. Honestly, Apple's price movement right now, this is a good time to sell if you got it in cheap. Warren Buffett is personally doing the same thing, but sales in a range of $15,000 and $100,000. Several sales disclosed in early December 2025, which occurred in November. So last but not least, we have John, multiple buys and sales overall. We have Amazon, Arista Networks, and Lilly. Everybody knows about Lilly and various ETFs as well. And it is around $1,000 to $15,000 range for each. Several small and mid-range trades with both buys and sells across various sectors reported in December 2025. So some stocks to keep on watch overall, and these are not really going to be included too much, except for Meta. But with that being said, NVIDIA is a big one. It is frequently bought by multiple members over the last year, suggesting continued interest in the AI and semiconductor space. And honestly, they get the news early, so keep that in mind. But NVIDIA, honestly, they're fueling the AI race right now with the chips and everything like that. That's a small little explanation. I don't really got to explain NVIDIA so much. Next one, of course, is going to be Tesla. Tesla is another big one because robotics is getting big, with Trump coming out saying robotics is the new race, to say like AI was a race. Now it's robotics. So Tesla is another one. EV sales does kind of matter, but kind of doesn't. And we're kind of near the highs of 450. So Tesla is moving pretty good too, but I wouldn't really buy this for my long term at these current price movements. And last but not least, another frequently bought one is indeed Meta. And you continuously see both buy and sell activity from various lawmakers overall. But keep in mind that these disclosures are mandated. Stop trading on Congressional Knowledge Act, which requires members of Congress to publicly report any securities transactions over $1,000 within 45 days of the trade. So some of these are probably going to be a little bit later, of course, and I might come out with another video in another 2 months just to give you guys an update. But let's get in depth with these stocks. So first one we're going to be talking about is Howmet Aerospace, HWM. So they're a company that designs and makes high performance engineered metal components for aerospace. This is a big company, and honestly, they want to send data centers to the moon. And this is one stock that can pump with that. The company is a key supplier to the resilient aerospace sector, strong demand, and extended backlogs for the new aircraft Boeing Airbus. So that is pretty big, especially with the news we're getting with Boeing. And why are they bullish? So they have strong Q2 and Q3 earnings and raised 2025 guidance driven by soaring demand. And their current price target is around 211.8 to 216.93, and they're currently trading at around $200. So this one is a great one to have on your watch. And honestly, man, I would kind of wait until it gets maybe to like 185 to get in for your long term. And then this is good. This will be a good swing trade stock too. Look at the way it's moving. It looks more readable than other stocks. Next one is one that we talked about previously, and it is RHI. So it's a global professional staffing and consulting firm. It connects skilled professions, finance, technology, legal, anything you can name, with companies for contract or temporary and permanent placement. So this company is pretty big. This company is also seen as the bellwether for the overall labor market. So this is some bearish news that I found. So revenue and EPS has declined year over year, reflecting a softening in the corporate hiring environment. And honestly, with AI can potentially take this one over. We are currently trading at 27 bucks, and the current price targets are 33.89 to $36.11. So keep that in mind. Next one is going to be IRTC. Currently trading at 169, is a digital healthcare company that develops and markets the Zio XT and the Zip AT wearable ECG monitors. This is big, but they are a leader in the major healthcare niche and long-term and remote cardiac monitoring, which is high growth area due to the aging population. Aging population loves this company. Why are they bullish? So analysts has recently increased the price targets and maintained a strong buy. So the price targets are currently at 203.93 and 233, and we're currently trading at 270. So this one is another great one to have on your radar. Next one is Google. Google has been getting good news like left and right, has been trading pretty decently, but we are kind of in a downward trend a little bit if we can see in the zoomed out time frame. But we did indeed break past the $300 level, which was insane. And honestly, you might be able to get some of these shares at 300 or even 290. So I would be a little bit more patient with Google just because of the recent rally that we had. But if you guys don't know what Google is, you're literally using it right now. But they're Google, YouTube, Android, Cloud AI, like literally big, like a big company. They're pretty diverse to say. They are leading with AI, honestly, man. If you really think about it, Gemini is pretty big. And they just had a deal with Apple to use Gemini on their phones. So that's pretty good. Why are they bullish? Strong cloud revenue growth, continued dominance in the online search. Bearish, okay, so they do have a lot of regulatory scrutiny and antitrust challenges, but honestly, it's mainly Europe. But their main price targets right now, which is still pretty low, is 162.7 and 175. So honestly, we got to wait a little bit more because we did just have that big rally. So maybe people can boost up these price targets, but right now it does look pretty overvalued. Next one is going to be Meta. Meta is pretty big. They just came out with their glasses. They did come out with not like kind of not spending as much on AI as they wanted to. And the metaverse, they're not really like spending too much on that as well. So shareholders love that. But operate social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, you guys already know, and invest heavily in the metaverse right now. But they did indeed, like I said before, that they kind of stopped spending so much. Efficiency in AI, their huge focus, year of efficiency, leading to cost cuts and margin expansion. Its AI investments are seen as a powerful tool to improve ad targeting and engagement across its family of apps. And they have a bunch of apps that are highly used. Bullish, so they have great growth in the ad revenue and user engagement, and Reality Labs costs are flattering. Bearish, high capital expenditure on the metaverse remains a long-term risk. And that's why they're kind of cutting costs, which is pretty good. Their current price targets is 511.23 to 530, and they're currently trading at 640. So honestly, kind of overvalued like the other ones. Next one is AMD, one that's kind of in the shadows of NVIDIA right now, but they're making some good chips. And honestly, their gaming platform is pretty well. I know a lot of people using their chips in their computers now. Before it used to be Intel and NVIDIA. Now, I mean, NVIDIA's graphics cards are still better, but they're kind of running the CPU game. But with that being said, it's a semiconductor company that designs high performance CPUs and GPUs for data centers, PCs, gaming consoles, and honestly, a lot of gaming consoles too. Like I said before, they're a key competitor to NVIDIA, especially with this new M1 300 chip and AI accelerator chips. Strong growth potential as hyperscalers look to diversify their AI chip supply away from a single vendor. So people are kind of trying to get away from NVIDIA and get more into other chips. Maybe because I mean Nvidia is kind of like backed up. So if you try to order a chip, you got to potentially wait a year for it, which is insane. And that's mainly for data centers. So looking at like AMD or some other chip makers, you can potentially use these to think about some bearish news though, because China is coming out with some chips that can compete with Nvidia and even AMD. But we did have the chips able to sell in China, but it's going to be a 25% tax basically on it. But bullish, significant forecast revenue from AI chips, and they have a strong competitive position against Intel right now. Current price targets 154.67 to 165, and they're currently trading at 210, another overvalued one. But honestly, just wait until people, up their price targets. And honestly, that's gonna be bullish overall. Next one is Amazon. Everybody knows what Amazon is. Everybody uses Amazon, but you guys probably don't know about the cloud computing they also have, their AWS, and that is probably bigger than Amazon to say, more revenue. Their e-commerce giant web services provider, AWS. So their cloud. AWS is a profit engine and shown stabilizing growth following a post pandemic slowdown. Everybody uses AWS. I'm not even going to lie. It's AWS or Google, low key. But with that being said, bullish, high margin services growth, strong consumer spending on premium services. But why are they bearish? Slower growth in China, and that is a critical market for them. So keep that in mind. Have that on your radar while buying Amazon. But the current price target is 195 to 205, and right now we're trading at 226.